Good day, traders. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to this week's weekly outlook. Really happy about last week's price delivery and that we were correct and spot on the Dixie delivery, and also the correlation instruments connected and correlated with the dollar, right? So if we take a look at our economic calendar for this week, we can see a couple of things that really stands out. Monday we have no news. Tuesday we have the US dollar news. On Wednesday, we have tentative pound news and US dollar news. Unemployment claim is going to be a pretty important one there. And then on Thursday, we have a bank holiday. Really not interested in that in terms of a trading day. And Friday, we only have CAD news. So I think the high probability trading days for this week for the majors would likely be Tuesday and Wednesday. This is going to be the primary focus. So if we think about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as our trading opportunity, Thursday bank holidays and such, we do expect consolidations in these conditions for the most part. So looking back at Friday's close last week, we opened up traded higher, opened up traded lower, neutralized previous day low, and then attacked previous day and just closed back in the range. Now, guys, this really shows reaccumulation. That's all it's busy doing. It's just reaccumulating at this level on a previous high. So this is not a reversal pattern in this case, but this is also not an expansion pattern in this case. Okay. So I think what we have to understand is that this market is simply reaccumulating orders to go bullish. All right. If we take a look at the weekly quickly, we can take a look at this expansion, reaccumulation, expansion. Now the thing is, I don't think we are done with this expansion just yet. All right. So we may open up, have a dip lower for this week below the weekly open, and then really trade higher. And I would really like to see the expansion coming in early this week according to the economic calendar. Alright, so the way I will go about this and I will structure this is on the daily time frame. Because we've neutralized Thursday's low on Friday, I would anticipate a Monday expansion. That is likely to happen. Okay, it's not guaranteed, but it is a possibility that Monday could potentially give us range expansion, and then Tuesday, Wednesday with the actual news would likely reach the draws for the week. Okay, so we could see a Monday confirmation, and then Tuesday, Wednesday really bring in the volatility that we want to see. There's no need to dip lower into this inefficiency and this inverse inefficiency. This entire range, guys, think about it. Buying has been offered, selling has been offered, fair value has been offered, and now once again buying has been offered. So this entire price range is balanced. Okay, so this inefficiency in here is not too important for me. The market can dip below this, but I don't think it's very likely. We can clearly see the market is reaccumulating after an expansion. This is market states, right? Not market maker models, but market cycles. This is an expansion. This is a reaccumulation, and we'd expect a continuation from that. Okay, this is a lower time frame fractal of what took place here: an expansion, a reaccumulation, then an expansion, right? Here on the lower time frames, you'd have the exact same fractal: expansion, reaccumulation, and then expansion. Okay, so that's the anticipation from me for this week for the dollar, guys. I do expect higher prices for the dollar. That should really mean we could potentially see lower prices for euro. This was a nice purge on Friday. I wouldn't really expect this high to be broken. I think we could open high Monday and then really start to sell off. And Tuesday, Wednesday should really reach this drawn liquidity, right? So I'm really expecting more downside for euro for this upcoming week. We could potentially even see much bigger expansions right into these lows down here, right? If we take a quick look at EG on the weekly, we can see Euro GBP ran out a previous week high, closed back in a range. Last week's prediction was really spot on, open high, low close for the week, and this is really the low risk sell, guys, in my opinion. I think the Euro GBP should really sell off to this inefficiency, because if we take a look at this range that has been created, we can see this inefficiency is resting at equilibrium. So this is considered a discount array, right? So if I turn back on the highlights or the chart makeup, you would see we have a discount OB here as a potential drawn liquidity, but we also have this inefficiency on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, we can clearly see this market gave a low risk sell, and this is the first distribution that is taking place. So we do expect more downside for the week on Euro GBP. That means if we are buying the dollar, we are selling the euro, we are not selling the pound, because euro is going to be weaker than pound this week. This is market symmetry and intermarket analysis, and therefore I would look for continuations on EG shorts, and that should really fuel lower prices on euro US dollar, right? And we've seen nice runs in this on the lower time frames last week. Called a couple of nice moves in here. Even this one was really good. We can see dealing range being created, market coming back up into premium, running out short-term highs, intermediate highs, and that is the sponsorship coming in right after order pairing takes place and neutralizing buy stops in here. So really happy about this move, guys. In all honesty, this was really textbook into this low hanging fruit opportunity. We looked at this on Friday and this was pretty clean and confirmed. So other than that, let's take a quick look at AUD USD. Okay, so AUD USD reached these lows down here, came back into the range. Not really too bothered about this. We could potentially run out this highs and then trade lower still in combination or in line with the dollar. So ultimately really happy about this move. I did actually close out full position last week in here due to the market entering into consolidation on Friday, so I exited this full position. But nonetheless, we had a couple of really nice trades and really nice opportunities last week that has played out so well for us. Let's take a quick look at this structurally. USD CHF, guys. I think this is a pretty easy run higher into this and this. Due to these two highs being so close to one another, this is relative equal highs. So if the market neutralizes this high, it is very likely to automatically in the same move neutralize this high because they are so close to one another. The market would likely sweep both of these highs at the same time. So on the lower time frames, we did actually take an execution on Friday. We took an execution after running our previous day low into this inverse fair value gap. We took an execution, the market running long, so this is really nice and healthy. The daily and weekly close, let's take a quick look at this. Weekly close was really healthy above previous week high. Let's take a quick look at the daily close, also healthy above previous day high. So this is really continuation candles. Expecting open low high close for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here, and that is really the move that we are looking for. We are really looking for range expansion above this last phase of accumulation, right? So we truly want to see speed in the market and just running towards that high. So that is the buyers going into this week, guys. Really happy about this, about the reaction here from the key level, and we can see clearly this market has printed 3 or 4 continuous 4-hour candles bullish, really showing us with nice bullish closures through a previous high that this market is really bullish. So I do like USD CHF into this high, potentially even higher into that high, but we'll see how this market develops, right? But as of now, this is the low-hanging fruit objective to complete this 4-hour market maker buy model, right? I think I have nice annotations on FXCM. Yes, here we go. So this is the nice annotations, nice market maker buy model. Really just looking for that silver bullet expansion right into the OG consolidation, right? And then USD CAD is also beautiful. We tape read this last week on the live stream too. We are looking for the market to trade into these buy stops, these relative equal highs, right? Should really be neutralized this week. And let's take a quick look at the daily and weekly closes. This market's daily close wasn't too beautiful, so I would expect the market to neutralize this low first. I do think we have CAD news. Let me just paste again. We have CAD news at some point during this week. It's only on Friday. So that gives us at least a short-term bias to where the market should draw towards and what we want to see being neutralized. So I would expect if this market really runs bullish, we want to see the market running into these OBs up here into Friday for a potential shift in structure, whatever the case may be, alright. So I am definitely bullish on USD CAD, really easy objective here. And on the higher time frames, we could see the market trading back into this balanced price ranges in here, right? So ultimately just looking for higher prices on USD CAD 2. It's not my favorite pick at the moment. I do like USD CHF much more. Let's take a quick look at USD JPY. USD JPY is just as beautiful in all honesty. Let's take a quick look at the weekly. Nice expansion, nice weekly candle. Last week was super strong. We captured beautiful USD JPY longs last week. And this was absolutely stunning. We captured this entire run higher into this draw. I've just moved this from the left, but anyway, nonetheless, this was our TP and target for the week. Last week we can see the market creating inefficiencies. The market has ran back down into this inefficiency. So at some point during this week, we do want to see this low being neutralized. We do want to see the market giving us something like this, right? And that should really give us continuation. So I would expect for Monday to bring a smart money reversal, Tuesday with news and stuff to really confirm the low risk buy and to bring us some more expansion into these highs. Okay, so the top picks for this week is EU shorts, USD CHF longs, and USD JPY longs. This is what I would focus on for the majors, guys. This is my top picks list for the week. USD JPY, USD CHF, and Euro US dollar short. Let's take a quick look at gold. Gold is giving us a nice continuation, still supported by this inefficiency down here. This inefficiency is still supporting lower prices. We can see the market is reaccumulating around this key level, right? This is a premium array, so we were able to capture nice and healthy shorts last week in gold and silver with the group. So we are really happy about these moves. We can see the market has really just gone into reaccumulation. So we would expect some form of manipulation before we get the distribution short. So we'd probably run out some highs, even internal here, SMT with silver and something like that throughout the early stages of the week. That is what we will mainly focus on for Tuesday, Wednesday. And I do see the market trading lower at this point. I really don't see too much for the bullish side. I would kind of, after looking at it in this way, I would really like to see this previous week high being neutralized. So if this market opens up, trades higher, I wouldn't be alarmed or discouraged. I would actually be excited and intrigued. I would literally be watching this market above previous week highs for a potential smart money reversal to be taken towards this weekly discount rate, right? So I'm definitely interested in gold shorts this week, just waiting for previous day and previous week highs to be neutralized. Silver too, silver is kind of weak. I would expect some form of SMT on the previous week high between gold and silver. I really don't expect silver to run its previous week high. But if it does so, we really don't want to see the same thing taking place on gold. So definitely still bearish on gold and silver, guys. We just need to be patient and we just need that confirmation, alright? Running out higher time frame liquidity pools on the buy side. We know that is most likely manipulation and inducement above the weekly open. So we expect open, high, low, close for this upcoming trading week for gold and silver. And that is pretty much it for this week, guys. Really happy about last week's price delivery on NQ and ES. The market really ran out significant liquidity on the higher time frames. Let me just highlight this. The market really ran out significant liquidity here with NQ and ES last week, right? On the live stream Friday, we were looking for this market to trade bullish and trade back internal, and the market has really delivered beautifully into buy stops, trading back into this inefficiency, right? Also coming back to equilibrium of this entire range. So really happy about that. I'm fairly neutral at this point on this market. It does look heavy and bearish, but we have to be careful at this stage. This candles is pretty large, so the market could really retrace deep. And if I am to look for continuations on the bearish side, I would very much like to see the market potentially take out a previous day high on ESNQ, and I really would like to see SMT take place there, and then I know there's more low-hanging fruit opportunities on the table for this market to continue to trade bearish. Alright, so really happy that we were correct on the buyers on Friday, the retracement, and I would really like to see this market continue to trade lower this week. Definitely no signs of reversal just yet. This market could open up, retrace into fair value. This market could open up the new weekly candle, trade back higher into this as an immediate rebalance. This is also fair valuation. So opening up, trading up higher above the weekly open, offering premium into immediate rebalances and fair value to institutions and commercials to position themselves in shorts above the weekly open, above a previous day high. Something like that would be the best combination to look for continuation shorts to run out some of this liquidity in this upcoming week, right? We do have multiple opportunities lower. This could potentially even be a really nice draw. Relative equal lows, this would be my next target for NQ. And let's take a quick look at ES. ES has also low resistant lows, so this could essentially be a low hanging fruit for this upcoming week, right? Really want to see the market take out previous week low, open high, low close, and once we take out previous week low, we want to see displacement and range expansion towards these relative equal lows, right? So that is it for this week, guys. Thank you all for watching. I do feel like this is going to be an outstanding trading week, multiple opportunities for us at hand, and I'd really appreciate you guys giving feedback, and we'll get connected inside the Discord. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and have an amazing, blessed week.